Hi, hello friends. Welcome to T Academy. Let's continue the electrical engineering model questions. Okay, so this topic will be useful for you for all the competitive exams like TNEB and AP Transco, AP Genco, and especially for distillation exams also. This will be useful. Now the topic is I have chosen here. It is underground cables. I'll just give a brief introduction about the underground cables here. So the electrical power carried by cables not above the overhead of the persons, it is going to be underground the cables here. Okay, it is maybe because of high density population in areas, okay, in some cities and etc. Now let's come to the underground cable construction here. So the basic points are here. Okay, first one is a conductor. So conductor, it is used to, what it is used to do is it is used to carry the current. Okay, it's used to carry the current here. Now here the area of cross section depends upon the current carrying capacity, and the number of conductor depends upon it's a single phase or three phase. Okay, so let us consider here three phases are there. So it's a R phase, Y phase, and B phases. Okay, so these conductors will carry current. Now these three conductors are separated by some paper insulation. So okay, the paper insulation may be a impregnated paper, impregnated paper, or it may be a varnish varnish cambric, or it may be a rubber tape. Okay, so these three conductors are covered by this rubber tape. So why they are? Because it is used to provide insulation between the conductors. So especially it is to provide insulation between the conductors. Okay, once they are separated, now there is a one more here, lead sheet. We can also call as a metallic sheet. Okay, so metallic sheet. So why we are using this metallic sheet is because this impregnated paper or varnish cambric or rubber, it is going to absorb the moisture, absorb moisture. So to avoid this absorption of the moisture, we are using one metallic sheet or lead sheet. So it is made up of aluminum. Okay, so it is made up of aluminum, and it is going to avoid the entering of the moisture into the insulation material here, so that the dielectric property of the cable will not going to be disturbed here. Next one here, after that one is a bedding is there. So what is the purpose of bedding here? So this is a aluminum or metallic sheet is there. So when we are underlying the ground, I mean when you are using this cable under the ground, so bedding is there to provide the to avoid mechanical injury, and it is a metal. So metal is going to be what corrosion because of the moisture present in the underground cables. So it is used to avoid the moisture content. Okay, once it is there, then what will happen is the current is going to be corrosion. So to avoid this one, we are using this bedding here. Next one, it is armoring. So the basic thing that we are using armoring, it is a made up of steel, or we can also say galvanized steel. So why we are using this one is it is a made up of steel or galvanized steel. It is to protect the bedding here. So when you are underlying the grounds, underlying the cables under the ground, okay, when you're using, because of this mechanical twisting and other pressure, the bedding may get damaged. To avoid this one, we are using this steel or galvanized steel. Okay, so it is used in some cables and it is not used in some other cables. Okay, it depends upon the rating of the cable. And finally, serving here. Okay, so serving is made up of, it's a simple set of this bedding here. It is used to the material like jute. There are fibrous material here. So these are the overall construction of this underground cable here. Now the important formula that we are going to discuss for the examination point of view. So this formula is very important, especially for the RRB JE exams and the SSC JE exams also. So the insulation thickness of insulation resistance. Okay, we'll discuss. Now the insulation resistance of the cable is equal to, so rho divided by, so 2 pi into L into log base E to the R2 divided by R1 here. So where R2 is the uh, radius from the center of the conductor to the overall cable here. It is R2, where R1 is the radius of the conductor only. So R1 is nothing but it is the radius of conductor only, and R2 is the radius of conductor plus the radius of the insulation material. Okay, it's going to be cover entire part here. Okay, so this end is going to cover entire part here. So based on this formula, we will have a lot of examination questions here. So let's see one question here, which is asked in the IS 1919, and this is a common question repeating in most of the examinations. If you open the CL was a textbook, you will see these kind of questions here. Okay, we will do it now. The important point you should keep in mind is the resistance is proportional to its length. Generally, it will happen only in case of cables. Okay, generally when you study the basic formula, R is equal to rho L by A. So this is the formula in case of conductors, and this is in cables. Why? Because cables also you can say insulators or insulation. We have studied that the conductors will have positive temperature coefficient. That means as the temperature increases, resistance also will increase. But in insulations, it is different. As the temperature increases, resistance is going to be decrease here. Understand this point here. Okay, here we have negative temperature coefficient. Now, the question here it is, in a insulation resistance of a single core cable is 200 mega ohms per kilometer. The insulation resistance for 5 kilometer length is, so resistance R2 divided by R1 is equal to L2 divided by, okay, it is L1 divided by L2 here. Now R2 is equal to, what is the L1 value? L1 value is 200 mega ohms per 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer divided by L2 will be 5 kilometer, and R1 value is 200 mega ohms per kilometer. Now, so what we'll get here is 5154. So it is going to be 40 mega ohm per kilometer here. So answer here it is the right answer for this question. And next one here it is, the metallic sheath provided on the cable is usually of thickness, it is usually of thickness of 3 to 5 millimeters. And one more question from the same topic, a 3 core cable, the capacitance between the two conductors with the sheath is erected is 3 microfarads. The capacitance per phase. So the reason why I have taken this question is it is asked in recently in a, that is a teachers recruited mode polytechnic examination. Okay, and it is asked in a lot of transco genco examination also. So see here, so the capacitance between the two conductors is going to be C, let's say A B. So CAB is given, how much it is 3 microfarads. Now we need to find the capacitance per phase. That means we'll split this capacitance into two parts like this, A N, and capacitance to be here. I want C A N. When the capacitance equivalent value, as you know that here, okay, when we consider CAB is 3 microfarads, what about the CAN? So it's going to be 2 times that of it. So 3 microfarads is nothing but 6 microfarads. Okay, so that's it friends. If you like this video, please like, comment and share with your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.